Hey guys, this is Zach with ECS Tuning, and today we're going to be doing a stock car review of the new 2018 Mark 7.5 Volkswagen GTI. This is actually our new giveaway car, so we're going to be bolting a bunch of mods to it over the next couple months, so we wanted to get a review done while it was still stock. But let's talk about the giveaway for just a second. We are going to be giving away this very car, and every $50 you spend at ECStuning.com gets you a chance to enter. Spend $200, get 4 chances to enter automatically. It's as easy as that. So every $50 you spend at ECStuning.com gets you a chance to win this car. Now let's get into the review. All right, so new for the 7.5. First, we've got a few new colors. This is white silver, and I think it's a really good looking color. It's kind of like a junior Nardo gray, if you will. There's also Great Falls green metallic and dark iron blue metallic, which are a couple pretty good looking colors. I think this is the best of them all. Also, we've got some redesigned headlights, very good looking. I like that the red continues into them, and they are stupid bright, and the brights are even brighter than that. Still got adaptive front lighting system and dynamic cornering lights, which is nice. You'll notice the front bumper is slightly redesigned, a little bit more aggressive, pretty good looking. And this does have the front collision warning and emergency braking assist. And that used to have a big old cutout radar in the lower grille, which was just stupid looking and awful, and I couldn't believe that they did that. So they fixed it for the 7.5 and put it in the emblem, and that is pretty cool in my opinion. All right, so here at the side, nothing much has changed. We do have a new wheel. This is called the Dallas, though I would argue maybe they should have called it the Prius or the No Thank You. However, behind the wheel, we've got some good stuff. What used to be the performance pack brakes now come standard on the SE and the Autobahn. There's no longer a performance pack car, but that means the SE, which this model is, gets the bigger brakes. So it's bigger in the front, bigger in the rear. Rears go from solid to vented. So nice brake kit, terrible wheels. All right, so here at the rear, not a whole lot has changed. The bumper is redesigned, a little bit more aggressive looking. The exhaust tips, I think for some reason they just keep making them a little bit thicker. I don't know why. The taillights are redesigned. They look pretty nice. They have some incredibly bright reverse light LEDs in them from the factory, which is really nice at night. And as always, we've got a camera in the emblem. All right, so here in the interior, first thing you might notice is that we do have a proper 6-speed manual transmission, and it's a very good one at that. I'm super excited this thing has 3 pedals. Second thing you might notice is while we all love a Clark plaid interior, we went with the leather interior on this, and I'm glad we did. The leather's actually really nice and supple. The seats look nice. They're very supportive and comfortable. The red stitching is a nice touch. It's all over the place and it looks really good. We've got the 8-inch composition multimedia entertainment system, or whatever they call it. It's touchscreen. It is pretty easy to use. It's really intuitive. It only takes a couple minutes to understand the interface. It's got Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, which is really nice. The only issue there is that the only USB port to use them is down here in the center console, which doesn't leave you with a great place to put your phone, but I'm sure you can figure something out. The Autobahn is the only one that comes with the Fender package. So this just has the standard package, but it sounds great. I've been jamming out with the Apple CarPlay a lot. The steering wheel. It looks really nice, and the flat bottom is a nice touch, but I don't know why they make it come to such a point. It's just like, it's not round. It's very pointy at the front of the steering wheel, and it's rock hard too. I feel like, you know, make the steering wheel round and maybe put some foam under there and we'd be in better shape, but it's okay. It looks really nice. It's just not the most comfortable in the world, but I think that does it for here. I'm itching to drive the thing, so let's hit the road. All right, let's hit the road. Let's hit the road. So in short, I love driving this car. I've been driving it every day for the past for about the past week, trying to just get it past break-in miles so we can run it on the dyno and then start bolting some performance parts to it. And yeah, I've just basically fallen in love with it. I mean, I've driven a lot of GTIs, sure. This is probably the longest I've ever driven a stock GTI. And I thought it would be a little bit boring, but it super isn't. This car is a lot of fun to drive. I mean, a lot of it comes down to, well, I guess it's a lot of it. I mean, I love the gearbox. It is fun to shift. It's smooth. I love the golf ball shifter. It feels great. And well, I mean, it doesn't make a bunch of power. I think this makes 220 horsepower and 258 foot-pounds or pound-feet. But that's, you know, that's enough for this car. It's light, or relatively light anyway, given the day and age. And you'd kind of expect a new car to be a little neutered feeling. And a lot of them are, but this really isn't. That is what I expected. And this thing is an on-ramp killer. And that is almost entire, well, I mean, obviously the engine, but the diff in this thing, very good. It's got a VAQ diff, Vekres Andres Querasprera, or I don't know, something in German that basically translates to good-ass diff. So, on-ramp, here we go. And you can feel it working. It works very quickly, so it's not like you're waiting, but you can feel it. If you go into a corner hot, you feel that understeer kind of come on, you kind of feel yourself plowing, and then you feel it just pull right back into line. And it is confidence inspiring. It feels like you've just got endless grip. You feel like, oh my God, I can throw this thing into anything and it'll pull me out. Which is a little concerning, you know, you might get yourself into trouble at some point, but fun trouble at least. So very happy with the diff, and that's gonna be really good for what we're planning on doing with the thing. You know, we're going to be making a good amount of power, and for a front wheel drive car, we need to have the diff sorted out, and I am pretty confident that this one will hang with what we're doing. The limiting factor then is going to be the tires. Obviously, these wheels are out, even though they are growing on me. They're out. We're going custom 3-piece with some nice tires, so we'll have plenty of grip there. So basically, I love driving this car. They did it. They did a great job. This is a wonderful car to drive. I thought it was going to be okay, but it is honestly good. Hey, Shane. So yeah, I'm happy. Volkswagen hit me up. I would drive one of these, absolutely. But now, what I think I need to do is go back to the shop, and I need to start planning out what and when we're going to be doing things. I know pretty much what we're going to be doing at this point, but I need to figure out when parts are showing up and when we're going to install them and how it's all going to work out. We've got a few shows that we're going to, so I need to figure out, figure out when those shows are relative to what's going on. I want to get this thing looking cool before the first show. So I got to go plan out sort of a roadmap of this build. And I think the first thing that we're gonna need to get done is a detail. The things, I mean, it's brand new, it's pretty clean, but there's some gunk here and there from the dealership. So I'm gonna give it a good, thorough cleaning, and then start putting some cool parts on here. So I'm gonna head back to the shop and do that. All right, so we've got a great starting point as far as the car goes, and now we've got a basic roadmap of the build overall, when parts are showing up, when we're gonna make videos. So we'll kind of stick to this. We've got a few more sponsors that we'll pepper in throughout, but these are the big things and the shows that we'll be attending. So with that, I think we're gonna get started on detailing, then we'll put it on the dyno, and then it's coilovers. So I'm ready to get into it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit the notification button so you're notified when we put out new videos, and follow along and get your chance to win this thing. Every $50 you spend at ECStuning.com.